Hi everyone, my name is Craig Lindsley. I'm one of the exhibitors at YOICE, and this would have been my third year, but because of the pandemic, here we are at home. And I've always been interested in comics. I've even before I could read, I used to get comics from the 7-Eleven, and Mom would read them to me, and I just I'd pour over the art and just study it. And I've been drawing comics since I was a little kid. First on the lined notebook paper in school, then eventually got some nicer typing paper, plain white paper. It's only been within the last 10 years that I've been seriously selling my comic books. First at craft shows, and just a few years ago at regular comic book conventions. And I've been very fortunate to be part of 3 of the 4 independent comic book shows, and just a lot of great people at YOICE. We always have a lot of fun. It's always great to see what everybody's been working on. And here's some of the stuff that I've done. This is really my first published series, Nightingale, a superhero in comic. It's an all ages comic, and when I was going to shows, I'd hear parents complain they wanted to get their kids into reading, and there's just nothing for the kids because everything was geared more towards adults. And so I set about doing something that no matter how old you were or how young you were, you could enjoy. They're self-contained, so even though this is issue 5, you don't need to buy the other 4 to know what's going on. It's just a fun read, and some good art, kind of like a throwback to those 40s and 50s type style. And then I've been branching out into some humor. A series called the Muffin Men that my son and his friend came up with, a group of sword-wielding muffins who defend their kingdom. And also in the humor vein, a character that my wife came up with, Fred the Ravenous Tapeworm. I'm the artist and the writer for this as well. He works as a nutritionist. He has his own television program, so you get all kinds of good information from him. I've completed 2 strips so far, and if you were lucky enough to get some books from me at the show, you might have gotten a free Fred strip thrown in with some of the books you bought. Here's one that I'm most proud of, the anti-bullying comic. The neighborhood bully, this kid that he bullies, he doesn't realize it, but the professional wrestler that he idolizes, that's his son. And the professional wrestler has to come up with a way to get this kid to stop being a bully. And it's a nice short read, some good art. I'm really proud of this one. And then over the summer, we couldn't have P-Car Park, so I was invited with a bunch of other artists from the area to take part in this quarantine zine, and it's got some good artwork in it from some local artists. I've got a little adventure strip in here, the introduction to my group of teenage adventurers, kind of almost like a Spy Kids. So that's an all ages strip. And then finally, I've gone back to working on some of my stuff from the 90s. There's strip that I was working on called Tony Tower, Secret Agent, Teenage Secret Agent. And it was something that I had drawn back in the 90s. I had done about 6 issues, and they're in various states of penciled. Some are lettered, some are inked. And it was kicking around in a drawer, and I'd pull it out and look at it, and not bad for a first effort. And so I thought I'd revisit it and get up to speed, and hopefully have that out sometime soon. I've been juggling several projects, still working full time. So I hope you guys see something you like from either me or one of the other artists. You can find me on Facebook at Caesar Comics, and hope to see everybody soon at a show sometime next year.